Welcome to our tales of the paranormal, chilling shadows. Welcome to 3 bone-chilling paranormal tales that will haunt your nights. Prepare to embark on a journey into the unknown, where the line between the living and the dead blurs. These stories are not for the faint of heart, offering a glimpse into the eerie and unexplained phenomena that lurk in the shadows. Our first tale, The Phantom Hitchhiker, a journey into terror, begins on a desolate road under the cloak of night. Imagine driving alone, the silence only broken by the sound of your car on the pavement, when suddenly, a figure emerges from the darkness, signaling for a ride. This stranded girl, seemingly harmless, asks for your help, but as you proceed, an unsettling feeling grows. The road stretches endlessly and conversation dwindles, leaving an eerie quiet. This journey, initially a gesture of goodwill, soon takes a turn toward the inexplicable. Arriving at the destination, the driver faces a shocking reality. The girl has vanished into thin air. The car, once filled with her presence, now holds nothing but a chilling cold. This disappearance is the beginning of a haunting mystery that leads the driver to seek answers. The quest for truth brings the driver to the girl's home, where a grieving mother reveals a horrifying secret. The girl had died years ago on that very road. This revelation marks the start of sleepless nights, haunted by the memory of the ghostly passenger who left behind more questions than answers. In a dimly lit living room, the driver met the eyes of a grieving mother, her voice trembling as she shared the heart-wrenching truth. Her daughter had met a tragic end years ago on that very road. The revelation sent shivers down the driver's spine, the air thick with unsaid sorrow. As night after night unfolded, the driver found no reprieve from the haunting memories of the phantom hitchhiker. Sleep became elusive. Each closing of the eyes brought vivid images of the girl who had vanished into thin air. The once mundane road now a source of endless nightmares. Driven by a need for answers, the driver began to delve into the history of the road. Research unveiled a disturbing pattern of disappearances stretching back years. It seemed the road had a dark secret, one that had claimed many unsuspecting souls. Local tales soon emerged, painting a vivid picture of encounters with the phantom hitchhiker. Each story was a warning, a cautionary tale of the danger lurking on that lonely stretch of road. The locals spoke in hushed tones, their eyes reflecting a deep-seated fear of the unknown. Compelled by a mix of fear and curiosity, the driver embarked on a quest for answers. Turning to experts in the paranormal, they sought to understand the forces at play. The road called out to them, promising a final confrontation with the supernatural that had upended their life. The driver's quest for answers pushed him deeper into the realm of the paranormal, a world he previously dismissed. His skepticism was replaced by a gnawing curiosity after the inexplicable encounter. Research led him to ancient texts and expert testimonies, each echoing the reality of spirits trapped between worlds. A final visit to the lonely road was inevitable. Armed with newfound knowledge and a faint hope of understanding, he confronted the supernatural. The air was thick with a palpable sense of unease, as if the very atmosphere resisted his presence. It was here that he sought closure, a confrontation with the phantom that haunted his nights. The phantom's message, when it came, was a plea from beyond the grave. A chilling whisper carried by the wind, speaking of unresolved anguish and a yearning for peace. This encounter, though terrifying, shed light on the ghostly passenger's true intentions, revealing a tragic tale of loss and the desire for rest. Transitioning from the eerie to the outright sinister, the tale of the cursed doll begins with an innocent gift. A doll with eyes that seemed to pierce the soul was presented to a young girl. Its innocent face belied a malevolent presence, one that would soon turn a family's life into a nightmare. The doll's sinister past quickly made itself known. Unexplained phenomena plagued the household, movements in the dead of night, and eerie voices with no discernible source. The family's home, once a place of warmth and laughter, became a stage for a terrifying display of the doll's power. A gift that was supposed to bring joy turned into a source of unending nightmares. The doll, with its seemingly innocent face, harbored a sinister past that began to manifest through unexplained phenomena. Night after night, the family was tormented by movements in the dark and eerie, disembodied voices that seemed to emanate from the doll itself. The family's fears were confirmed when they sought the insight of a medium. What was unveiled was beyond their wildest fears. The doll was not just an antique, but a vessel for a malevolent spirit. The medium's revelation shed light on the dark history of the doll, linking it to a series of unexplained tragedies. As the doll's grip on the family tightened, their home turned into a place of terror. Attempts to rid themselves of the cursed object proved futile. The doll's resilience was disturbing. Its presence became more malevolent, tormenting the family with visions and nightmares that seemed to predict their doom. Desperation led the family to seek help from paranormal experts, hoping to break the curse that held them captive. The battle to rid the family of the doll's influence was intense, involving rituals that were as harrowing as they were necessary. It was a testament to the unseen forces that lurked within their home. The climax of their struggle was marked by a terrifying display of the doll's power. However, the experts' persistence paid off, and the curse was finally lifted. Peace was restored to the household, but the doll's fate served as a cautionary tale. It was sealed away, a warning to all who might underestimate the power of the unseen. In a desperate plea for help, the family reached out to renowned paranormal experts. They hoped these individuals could confront the doll's malevolence and restore tranquility to their home. The unsettling occurrences had escalated, leaving them no choice but to seek assistance from those experienced in dealing with supernatural forces. The experts proposed a ritual to sever the doll's connection to the dark energies it harbored. This was no ordinary task. It required precision, bravery, and the conviction to face the unseen. The family watched, hearts pounding, as preparations for the ritual commenced, marking the beginning of a battle against an invisible enemy. As the ritual unfolded, the doll exhibited a final act of defiance. Its presence filled the room with an intense cold, and objects began to move on their own, as if controlled by an invisible hand. The air crackled with energy, a terrifying display of the doll's power, challenging the resolve of everyone present. Through unwavering determination and the expertise of the paranormal team, the battle reached its climax. With chants and sacred symbols, the curse that bound the doll was finally broken. A palpable sense of relief washed over the room as the malignant force was expelled, bringing peace to the once tormented home. The doll's fate was sealed, encased, and bound in rituals to prevent it from causing further harm. It served as a grim reminder of the encounter and a warning to those who might be tempted by curiosity. The family, now free from the haunting, could finally look forward to rebuilding their lives in peace. Join us for our final tale in this trilogy, The Haunted House on Hillside Drive. Once a dream home for a hopeful family, quickly morphed into a living nightmare. Noises with no source, fleeting shadows in the periphery, and an oppressive atmosphere turned their haven into a house of horrors. The family's excitement was replaced by an unshakable dread. As days turned to nights, the terror within the walls intensified. Apparitions began to materialize, their forms barely human, accompanied by blood-curdling screams that echoed through the corridors. The family, now prisoners of their own home, found themselves facing an unseen menace that defied all logic and reason. The origin of the haunting was as dark as the phenomena themselves. The house stood on a foundation steeped in tragedy and malice, a legacy of sorrow that reached out from the past. It became clear that these disturbances were not just random, but the manifestations of the house's grim history. In desperation, the family sought the aid of a medium, hoping to uncover a solution. The medium, through a connection to the spirit world, revealed restless spirits trapped within the house, unable to move on. Their stories were of betrayal and vengeance, a chilling narrative that shed light on the haunting. Faced with the truth, the family embarked on a night of horror, confronting the spirits of the house's past occupants. It was a night that tested their resolve, pushing them to the brink as they face the tangible manifestations of the house's dark past. This confrontation would mark the beginning of their quest for peace, a journey fraught with danger and revelations. A night of horror unfolded as the family confronted the house's past occupants. Shadows danced across the walls, and chilling whispers filled the air. Each room revealed a new terror, a glimpse into the sorrow that had soaked into the very foundations of their home, making every moment an ordeal of fear. The spirits, once residents of the house, shared their tales of betrayal and vengeance through eerie apparitions and ghostly messages. The family listened, hearts pounding, as each story unfolded, a mosaic of heartbreak and wrath left unresolved. These revelations made the air heavy with sorrow, binding the living to the dead in a web of shared tragedy. Determined to appease the angry spirits, the family embarked on a series of rituals. With the guidance of a seasoned medium, they carefully followed ancient rites, hoping to soothe the restless souls. The air crackled with energy as they worked, a testament to the thin veil between worlds and the power of their undertaking. The struggle intensified as the house seemed to fight back, its secrets clinging tightly to its core. Objects moved of their own volition, and chilling winds swept through closed rooms, as if the building itself was resisting the family's efforts. This battle of wills tested their resolve, a stark reminder of the house's dark history. Finally, a breakthrough was achieved. Understanding the spirit's demands, the family made a pact that honored their tragic histories, offering solace and acknowledgement. The air lightened, a palpable shift as if a heavy burden had been lifted. Peace was restored, a hard-won victory against the shadows that had lurked within these walls. Liberation at last came to the haunted house on Hillside Drive as the relentless efforts of the family paid off. Through understanding the spirit's desires and fulfilling their demands, a pact was made. The once malevolent presence in the house dissipated, leaving behind an aura of peace. This marked the beginning of a new chapter for both the living occupants and the spirits who had been trapped in torment. In the aftermath, the family embarked on a journey of rebuilding. The house, once a site of terror and despair, underwent a transformation. With the spirits at rest, the once gloomy atmosphere was replaced with light and warmth. This renewal signified not just a physical refurbishment, but also the healing of emotional wounds inflicted by the house's dark past. The veil between worlds, thinner than we think. This closing message resonates deeply, suggesting that the realm of the paranormal is much closer to our reality than we might dare to believe. It invites reflection on the interconnectedness of our world with the unseen, urging viewers to ponder the mysteries that lie just beyond our perception. The video concludes with a somewhat ominous note of thanks. Thank you for watching. Sleep well if you can. This parting line leaves a lingering sense of unease, playfully challenging the viewer's comfort and daring them to ponder the tales they've just heard as they drift off to sleep. Finally, the invitation to subscribe for more tales from the beyond extends a hand to those captivated by the unknown. It promises further exploration of the eerie, the unexplained, and the supernatural, offering viewers a portal to stories that blur the lines between reality and the realms beyond our understanding.